Are you wondering what's in store for the fall housing market in the Rocket City?
Well, let's take a look back at August and September and talk about our prediction for what lies ahead.
Hello, and welcome to the Rocket City Homes channel.
Well, it's late October, which means it's time for our monthly market report.
So let's jump right in and take a look at the stats for Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur.
We mentioned in our last market update that we felt like the market was slowing down just a little bit.
If you're watching the numbers, you've likely noticed that as well.
Before we get into the individual areas around the Rocket City, let's take a peek at the area as a whole.
The stats that you're seeing now are for all of Madison County.
Looking at this statistic gives us a good overview of our market and how it's evolving.
What this shows us is that we are moving away from the peak that we were at back in the spring when homes were selling as fast as they went on the market.
But we are certainly not out of the woods yet.
Moving on to the 4 areas that we like to focus in on.
First, let's start off by taking a look at the inventory.
Inventory is one of the best indicators of what direction our market is going.
This shows that our market is slowing down just the smallest amount and heading back towards normal.
We had a nice little increase in inventory over the summer that was missed in the spring.
This is also why we're starting to see some price decreases.
Some overly optimistic sellers who were hoping to capitalize on the hot market have come out now with list prices that are just too high.
But either it doesn't sell because it's either priced too high for the market now, or
it doesn't appraise for the sales price once it goes under contract.
We have seen that multiple times.
This is hard really on everybody.
Yeah, the sellers don't want to back off their price, but the buyers don't want to overpay for the home.
Right. So unfortunately, we are seeing deals fall through occasionally from this.
A few months ago, no sellers were reducing their prices, and prices were off the chart high.
It's important to take all of this into consideration when bringing your home onto the market.
Part of our jobs is to help our sellers determine how much to price their home based on our data, but it's also to help the buyers determine what they should make their offer.
At the moment, even with the market's slight slowdown, we continue to be in a very competitive seller's market.
Okay, so let's move on to take a look at some of the other stats.
Looking here at the median sales price for September, you can see that Huntsville was at $262,000 and Madison was at $311,000.
Athens came in at $255,000 and Decatur at $189,000, almost $190,000.
Something to think about with the prices of homes going up over the last year is that mortgage payments have also gone up.
According to this National Association of Realtors graph, mortgage payments are up 20% in the last 12 months.
Which means less people are able to buy because more people are unable to afford that increase.
This alone will actually help create more inventory due to fewer offers on properties.
However, with mortgage loan rates at some of the lowest we've ever seen in our lifetime, this may help some buyers to be able to afford more house, but for a lower payment.
So next, let's take a look at our days on market.
We've been extremely low in the past few months in all 4 areas.
In September, Huntsville's average was 3, and in Madison, it was just back down to 2.
Athens homes were on the market for 3 days, and Decatur's averaged at 5 days.
Those numbers are all way off, and they're a tiny bit better, but quite lower than what's normally in our area.
Yeah. In a more normal market, homes would average about a month to sell.
Let's take a quick minute to talk about the number of offers homes are getting lately.
Back in the spring, it wasn't unusual to see 20 or more offers on the first day that a home was on the market.
Now we are consistently seeing anywhere from 4, maybe up to 8 offers.
And some of these offers are waiving appraisals, home inspections, and other things.
Which we do not recommend, but we at least wanted to mention it so you still know that it does happen.
You can see here that all our markets are at 100% of list price.
That means they are getting at least full price.
And actually, most are getting more than that right now.
For a while, this was causing some issues with the appraisals.
We had a few that came back with lower than what the contract price was.
But it seems like that is starting to settle down again now that there is not so much emotional buying going on.
Buyers are not as willing to spend so much just to get a certain house like they were in the spring.
Sellers have probably gotten the most that they're going to get price-wise on their home.
We don't anticipate prices overall to go down, but we don't think you'll see as much overage in offer prices either.
All right, well that does it for this month.
Thanks so much for watching.
If we can help you out in any way, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Our contact information is below, and you can reach us by phone call, email, or text.
And check back here often as we release new videos every other week, all things Rocket City and real estate.